Okay, so let's see the practical application we are going to develop now.
Admin, let's log in department and let's search for department number 20, guys. Search. Okay, and let's try to update this. Let us say we move it from right, let's say we move it from second floor to the third floor, right? Update. Awesome, update successful, right? And probably after updating you might want it to keep, doesn't matter, but if I search for now, see it's in the third floor. And if you go and check the database, guys, the database is also will say third floor. Let's change it back to the first floor, right? So if I change it back to the first floor, guys, update, right? Update successful. If you don't want it to be empty, you can leave the data, right? Okay, so but I have made it to clear the screen, right? So now if I search for department number 10 again, awesome, guys, and if you go and check your database, this should be updated, right? But let's give one more thing, right? Let's change it to the third floor and let's go and check the database, right? So update, awesome. So I change it to the third floor, right? So let's go and check the database, right? Just to verify, right? I think you will be happy to check that, right? For sure it has updated, but let's check it, right? Awesome, guys, it has been updated, right? So
Okay, so let's continue to develop this application now.
what's remaining? So one final thing is, guys, I want to have the update method also to change any existing data. So I can do it with one button if I want, right? But I just want to keep it simple, right? Because our focus is the MVC part. So I'm just going to introduce another button called update. But keep in mind you can do it with the same save button if you think a little bit, right? You have to think a little bit of doing the logic with one button, but for this exercise I'm going to put a different button, right? Just to keep things simple, right? Just to keep things simple. So definitely for update, then I need another method in the data set, right? So I'm going to right click, add query, right? Next, this time it's update, right? So change existing data, right? Update. Let's be fast because we have done. So update this. So let's go to query builder, right? So let's see what's there, right? So update the department, set this where the department, set department. Okay, update department, set department number, department name. Yes. Where, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it simple, right? Just to focus on the concepts where department number equals to the incoming DPT number. So I'm updating the data, department number, name, what it is, based on the incoming department number, right? So I can execute the query and see it, like, so if I say department number 10, I can show it to you, right? Let's do it. So okay, let me show it to you. So if I put department number 10, I think it's the location is first floor, right? uh, Now I have to be a bit careful in this. So I'm going to first, I know that this query is going to work, right? Otherwise I can check, I can run the query and go and check, run the query, go and check, but I want to keep this video short. So I know this query is correct one. You all know, right? Update department set. So I'm going to say okay, and I'm going to say next. So update query, right? Yeah, update query. So just update, simple, finish, right? So I got the update method. Okay, so let's build the project. Looks good. Then quickly go and update the before that, let's see what the update query returns, right? So my update, this is my update query. What does it returns? Once again, it's once again the command, and it's how many rows affected once again. So I know that because we have seen it couple of times. Now I'm going to the department DAO, right? Then like delete, like insert, right? Insert department. Now I'm going to have the update department, right? Okay, my friends, then we are going to go to the department DAO implementation. right? And then implement this method, right? So this is fast to you now, right? Then that is similar to the insert method, right? So similar to the insert method, copy it, just paste it. Only thing now it's not insert query, it's what? Just now we created what? Dot update query, right? You just pass it and the row count, you get the row count. So that's good. Then this DAO will be called by the logic. So I have to go to the logic class and have the same method in the logic class, right? So I'm going to go to the I department logic, then the department logic implementation, update department is similar to the insert department, guys, right? Similar to the insert department, right? So put it here. So same, you get the DAO but not insert, right? You know, it's what? Update the department. Awesome. So not delete, it's update. So in the DAO implementation, so let's see why it's not coming in the DAO implementation. So we are in the logic implementation, IDAO. Let's see IDAO implementation. So it's update department, right? So I have it here in the I department DAO. So why it's not coming in the, so this is where is it? Logic department logic. Yeah, see, it should be the I department DAO. So see, like, because when you create the implementation, I told you you have to store it in the DAO, right? So I department, I will show it to you now. I department implementation is a child of department DAO, right? So I have to make sure, as a good practice that when you create a department DAO or implementation, to store it in a department I department DAO, right? That's the best practice. So in the logic, I department logic, see, I have not done it for all the methods, so I prefer to store it in a interface. Doesn't matter, this is a best practice. If you can't understand what I'm doing here, look at our lesson on interfaces, right? Don't worry about that. So dot update department, right? Update the department. Awesome, right? So now I got the logic corrected. Then logic will be called by the uh, controller class, right? I department logic. So this I'm going to take to the controller level, right? So I department controller will have the update department, then I department controller implementation will have that method. And one more thing, I can see the same mistake, earlier mistake here as well. So see, every time I create a logic implementation, if you just look at the logic implementation, department logic implementation, see, the department logic implementation is a child of the interface. So from the controller, when I create a department logic implementation, I should store it in the interface type. It's the best practice. It's a best practice. So this should be interface, right? This should be the interface, and it's not going to give any error because it has the same signature similar to the methods in the class, right? Same here. Now then the update is similar to the insert. So I'm copying the code from the insert from the controller and putting it to the update. Only thing, it's not insert department, it will be. So this, guys, this is how developers do. Developers, when they do one code, then they just copy paste and they modify so that they can save their time. That's what I'm also doing, right? So we all are developers in this channel, teaching you. We very experienced developers of in the industry for more than 20 years of time as developers and as lecturers. So we are going to give you the best practice, right? And our objective of this channel is to make you ready for the industry ASAP, right? That's why this channel is very unique, guys, right? So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and also click the bell icon, because we are releasing a lot of videos on artificial intelligence and machine learning. And if you haven't clicked the bell icon and subscribe, you will not get the notifications, right? That's why we are just recommending you to have it, right? So that you will get more knowledge in terms of AI, machine learning, and IoT, data science, so that you will be more valuable for the industry. Okay, cool. Update department logic, update, right? It's not, yeah, it's not the insert status, it's a count, right? So I would call this as I update count, right? So I know it's a count, right? So the count, if the count is 0, it's no updation has happened, so I will have to say update unsuccessful. If not, it's successful, update successful, right? And what's this? Okay, it's an integer. How come this happened? Date department, insert department. It's a DTO, right? Okay, DTO object. Yeah, so it's not an integer, because we decided when we wrote the insert method, we decided to fill the DTO, right? You remember, right? So I'm going to do the same thing here, right? So department controller, so I would say similar to this guy, similar to insert department, let's return the DTO object, right? In that case, I'll have to just make sure that this is, that's all, guys. So because we are filling the DTO, right? Similar. Okay, awesome. So this should work, right? So let's run this. Let's run this, right? So admin, and if I log in, first of all, to update, let's search for a record. Like, let's search for department number 20, right? Search, it's IT and it's second floor. Let's say that we move the IT department from second floor to the third floor, right? Just assume like that. So let's update it into the third floor. Let's say we move them, right? Let's save this. Not save, guys. I told you can do it with one button. If so, you don't need update button, but then you have to write some extra code, right? I will keep it for you. But to keep it simple, I have put another button. So now I know I search, so it's an update, right? It's not a new insert, right? So let's say update, right? Okay, I think I didn't connect it to the update button, right? So you guys should recall what I'm telling, because I didn't connect it to the update button. So similar to the save button, I have to now write code for the update button. So I will copy the save button code, and I go for the update button. It's empty. Let's put that. Now it's not insert department. It's what? It's update department. Simple as that, right? The rest is the same, guys, right? So let's run this once again, right? So let's search for admin. Let's log in department, and let's search for department number 20, guys. Search. Okay, and let's try to update this. Let us say we move it from right, let's say we move it from second floor to the third floor, right? Update. Awesome, update successful, right? And probably after updating, you might want it to keep, doesn't matter, but if I search for now, see, it's in the third floor. And if you go and check the database, guys, the database is also will say third floor. Let's change it back to the first floor, right? So if I change it back to the first floor, guys, update, right? Update successful. If you don't want it to be empty, you can leave the data, right? Okay, so but I have made it to clear the screen, right? So now if I search for department number 10 again, awesome, guys, and if you go and check your database, this should be updated, right? But let's give one more thing, right? Let's change it to the third floor, and let's go and check the database, right? So update, awesome. So I change it to the third floor, right? So let's go and check the database, right? Just to verify, right? I think you will be happy to check that, right? For sure it has updated, but let's check it, right? Awesome, guys, it has been updated, right? So the database is also changed. So fantastic, fantastic, right? So you have done a lot. You are learning a lot in this channel, right? So who can stop from going to the industry? Who can stop you from going to the industry in a very short time, right? No one can stop you, guys, because we are learning a lot from this channel. So we complete the search, we complete the save, we completed the update and delete, and we are going through all MVC, all the layers, right? And what's next? So what's next is, so we'll stop this lesson from here, right? So this is lesson 5. Let me check, give me a sec. Okay, we all had it, right? So this is lesson 5D, right? Let me check it. Yeah, it's 5D, guys. So in this lesson 5D, so let's do lesson 5E. This is 5D. Let's do 5E with what? Let us say you need, when you run this, also you would like to see the data in a data grid, right? Let us say when you run this, say that when you run and when you log in, right? Say that when you go to this page, right? When you go to the forms, let's say you want to have this slightly larger and have some data grid, and also to see all the data, and scroll the data as well, right? How about that, guys, right? So let's keep it for the lesson 5E, right? And also let's try to do something with some drop down lists, like combo boxes and stuff like that, to filter things, to search or filter a few things, right? With a drop down, with a combo. Let's do it in the next lesson, guys. Let's do it in lesson 5E, right? Which is coming very soon for you, right? So until that, guys, let's see whether we covered the stuff, right? So let's look at this, right? So awesome, my friends, you are moving forward a lot. So we completed, so we saw this lesson plan, lesson plan conclusion, right? We continued to learn further about ADO.NET, and we implemented a lot of CRUD operations, delete. So we finished insert, delete, update, and all this stuff, and we did it with referencing wherever necessary. And what's next is look at the next videos continuing, right? Of the continuation of other features of this project, like I said, data grid view, and the drop down combo boxes. Have a look at our other videos, and especially about ASP.NET MVC. Also have a look at our other videos on C Sharp. Definitely make sure to have a look at other lectures on, definitely, guys, machine learning, AI, data science, and IoT, because that is the future. And we'll be releasing very simple videos on machine learning and data science. So make sure you subscribe and click the bell icon for you to get notified, soon as possible, right? And guys, you can find the download link for the source code for the projects done in this lesson at the description below in this video. Make sure to get the code and play with it, right? Reference was Microsoft Docs. What's next? As I said, make sure that you subscribe and get all this stuff. So let's meet with the next video, guys, and until that, bye for now.